でもそんなんじゃダメもうそんなんじゃほら心は進化するよもっともっと
Hi guys, and welcome to LiveDose number 3. Today on the show, he'll Nico your heart. It's Louis from TipperAnime.
Hey guys, hi Callum, how you doing?
And he's a robot from TheAnimePlanet. It's Russ.
Thanks for that, Callum.
And I'm Callum, Canipa, TheCanipaEffect, various names.
Yep.
There you go, there's your intro.
Yeah, we're here. I'd like to call this our Christmas episode. Cause
Yeah, in 7th.
yeah, it's like the 6th of December, but it's our Christmas episode because it's the last live stream before Christmas, so why not?
Yeah, we do this monthly, so yeah, we thought we'd go all out and put on a festive show for you.
This is as festive as we can manage.
It's just space and purple like it always is, but it's festive, trust us.
We have actually got some festive assets, but hopefully you won't have to see them.
I know, I really wish we could show them. Alright, Callum, we made it, like, do you know if we have technical problems, we, like, switch to that break? Like,
Oh, yeah.
we made it all festive and it's got, like, snow and stuff. But...
And Peggy with a Christmas hat.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
We might
This
play
is going to be the best live dose ever.
I know.
Well, that's only if someone cuts out, but, you know. You and your Australian internet, something's going to happen. So.
I might as well just cut out just to see that.
Oh dear.
But anyway, as this is a live dose, we're going to be talking about the shows that we've been watching recently and discussing them. So, what have you guys been watching recently that isn't airing? Because we always discuss airing, so yeah.
You said that on the last AniDose. Now we're not. Breaking the mold.
Yeah.
We've got to keep it rolling, you know. So, go on, guys.
Callum?
I know. Yeah, I know what you want me to say. You want me to say, "Oh, I've been watching Kokoro Connect. Have you seen that, Russ?" And then you'll say, "Oh yes, let's have a great jolly conversation about it."
Well, that's not actually what I was expecting. I was expecting you to say Nisemonogatari, but yeah, we can roll with that. Kokoro Connect. Great show, right, Callum?
It was surprisingly good, and it's strange because the reason I watched it is because I asked you, I want to watch a pure comedy show. I want to have a great laugh. And you said, oh, you'll want to watch Kokoro Connect then.
Yeah, that is true. I kind
like
of misguided you there. Yeah.
Yeah, you had your own agenda. But
you did enjoy it, did you not? So
I did enjoy it. I did continue watching it even after realising I'd been tricked.
Was it what you were expecting? Well, that's a stupid
Well,
question.
no,
You
because
just said it wasn't. But yeah.
Yeah.
But when you knew what it was about, you know, the whole Heartseed going on, did you expect that? Did you expect it to evolve in the way it did? Because you know, it was very serious. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing. Because the general idea to it is, although on the surface it's just some guy messing around with some kids, you realise that he's trying to strengthen their friendship, let them know more about each other for some reason or another.
Yeah.
And I think I got that in like the second arc mostly, but like the first one I was like, oh, this is kind of silly. But yeah, it started to build on that, and it was really.
And do you like that it's not directly stated that that's his purpose? You know, it's sort of subtle hints at it, and I know it's very obvious by near the end, but they never directly reference it.
They subtly reference it sometimes. They say, "Oh, if this would never happened, then we wouldn't have known this about you," or stuff like that. I do feel that I would have liked to know who Heartseed was at the end. I assume there's not going to be a season 2, I mean.
Glenn tells me there isn't, so I'm presuming there isn't going to be, unfortunately.
How many years ago was it now? Kokoro Connect, when did it
was
come
it
out?
2012?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, I just wanted some sort of context to it all because it just went into this science fantasy thing, and I kind of like to see more of that.
Yeah. And so the most important question is really, who do you think best girl was? You better answer
Oh,
correctly, Callum.
well,
'Cause I believe I am the
there's
admin
actually,
of this call. Just warning you.
yeah, yeah. To be honest, when it comes to Kokoro Connect, there's only really one answer because the other two ended up so unstable that it was hard to actually like that. So the best girl is definitely Inaba.
Good stuff. I was
Oh, phew.
expecting that, but
I was a
I
little
haven't
bit.
met a single person that said anyone else. So yeah.
To
But
be honest, I can't actually remember the other characters' names, which is like I remember them by orange hair girl and annoying girl.
I think that's how I remember all characters, to
well,
be
the
honest.
annoying girl wasn't actually annoying in the beginning. You know.
She was, yeah,
Uh,
I know that's the thing. She was great at the beginning, but I really, really didn't like the OVA
But
arc
but
where
you got to
because
understand, Callum. You know the stress was kind of building on her. That's why that happened.
yeah, but
Um,
it was the straw that broke the camel's back instead of something actually evolving, and
but did you
just
not
like
like that her character actually had some context as to, well, not no context, but she actually was different to the majority of characters that are like that. You know, the
yeah,
happy-go-lucky characters. She had
yeah,
like a dark twist. It's
yeah,
I don't know.
she revealed that she was acting that way because people liked her when she acted that way,
Exactly.
and she was fed up with it. But then the whole twist is it's just like, oh, I want to act like I want to act. Turns out to be the one that everyone likes anyway. So God knows. I know
Okay. Well,
it was like a let's get back to normal thing with the last arc rather than let's evolve as people.
yeah, it's a shame as well that there isn't more of Kokoro Connect because there's like if you
Yeah,
look at the novels, there's more stuff that was covered, and like you said, it was very inconclusive, and it would have been nice if they tied it all together and with a proper explanation. Yeah,
yeah.
um, like I
Part
think
C
it would have
doesn't
benefited
focus.
heavily even if it was just 2 seasons as opposed to a season and an OVA. But yeah,
Yeah, I just want to see
um,
more.
yeah. Well, that's a good sign if you want to see more. But
Yeah, yeah.
I think, as Louis hasn't seen Kokoro Connect, we should probably move on to something else that you two have watched and I haven't, so I can sit back and
Oh,
relax while you
that's
two
strange as you
discuss.
mentioned Nisemonogatari recently.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
felt like Dylan. I was like sat in the call just making like shitty one-liners, and you guys would just like dismiss me. I was
I
like,
didn't even
oh.
notice you.
Yeah, I'm at the
Just
call.
like Dylan, then.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah,
So you haven't finished Nisemonogatari, but you've got up to Karen B, were you saying?
yeah, 7 episodes out of the 10. I really wanted to finish it as well. Oh, no, it's 11 episodes, isn't
Wait,
it?
yeah, it's 11 episodes. There's 4 of Tsukiji Phoenix.
Oh, I've got
So
like so much on my mind to talk about it. Like,
first, how about? So you watched Bakemonogatari first, right?
yeah, I watched Bake like a long time ago actually.
Okay. How would you compare Karen B to Bakemonogatari?
See, right, I remember you telling me, and I watched a video as well, where you were like,
Okay.
Karen B wasn't that good compared to the
Yeah.
Phoenix one to Sugiha's, but I really liked Karen B, especially compared to Bake. I think, like, I still
Okay.
think Karen
Yeah.
B was a big improvement on Bakemonogatari. Like,
Oh yeah, it still was.
yeah.
Bakemonogatari was. I don't want to say crap, but it was pretty goddamn boring.
Yeah, the problem is, it's like there's so many scenes which just aren't memorable to me, and I think it's mainly because the characters aren't memorable, and most of the characters that returned from Bake, like all of those girls, except from Mayo, the little girl with the
Why?
backpack.
Why?
Yeah,
I? Yeah.
there you go. Except from her, Like, she was the only interesting one for me. Like, the only funny one. All the other characters from Bake in Nise were just, like, really dull. Like they were in
Yeah.
arcs.
Yeah, that's the problem. They had so many of these arcs that revolved around just dull characters. Like Kangaroo, even though some people seem to really like her, I don't find her interesting. Sengoku is just annoying.
Yeah.
God, we could just go through all of the shit characters. They do get better in second season.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole thing. Like you go through every single character in Bakemonogatari. Then you go over to Nisemonogatari and it's the younger sisters. Then second season revisits all of those arcs, but better.
Oh, right. I didn't actually know that. Like, the problem I had, really, watching those first 7 episodes was, like, the first episode, and I think it was the third as well. Like, the second one followed Karen, but, like, 1 and 2, they both were just, like, any random girl.
They even changed the openings for them.
Yeah, they did,
Like,
didn't
you
they?
didn't get the Karen B opening.
Well, no, episode 1 had, like, the first opening, didn't it? Then episode 2 was Karen B's opening, and then episode 3 was back to the other opening again. It was really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed it, though. I think the other thing as well is Nisemonogatari. Was it just me, or was it a lot more lewd than Bake was?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, Nisemonogatari, like, Bakemonogatari was teasing.
Yeah.
Nisemonogatari stopped giving a fuck.
Like, I saw quite a bit of nipple while I was watching Nisemonogatari. Episode 4, do you know which one I'm talking about? The entire episode was just in the bath with
Oh yeah, the Shinobu bath.
Yeah. That was probably one of the best episodes. That's where I got hooked, I think, in the show. I was just like, yeah, this is pretty good. Oh, dear.
Are you two done
Yeah.
with your
No, I
Bake
would say
chat now?
that it's not Bake. Nise, come on.
Oh yeah.
The good one.
That shows how much I'm paying attention.
You did suggest this.
I did, yes. Go on.
Yeah, but people get way too much into the like fan service, like trying to say it means something.
I don't know about this.
Yeah, on Reddit, there was this big article talking about the fan service in Nisemonogatari, saying it's not fan service; it's actually really deep. As pages and pages of stuff about how everything means something, and I'm like, this is all bull. They're just
I got a few things from Nise, like, by symbolism, I guess. Like, there was some interesting stuff, but I didn't get anything out of the fan service other than a boner, really. There was definitely no symbolism in it. Right. I really want to read this article, though. Like, I wonder if I can, like, watch hentai and just, like, get symbolism out of it. It's like, oh, this actually means something so much more.
those are videos for Tipper Hentai, I guess.
Yeah, I know. Top 10 deconstructions of the hentai genre. Can't wait.
Brilliant.
Oh dear. Yeah, Monogatari. It's pretty good. I want
Yeah,
to finish it. No.
Yeah, Tsukihi Phoenix has Best Girl, so there
I
you go.
can't decide, like, so far. Like, I'm really... Both of them I absolutely love. I can't decide out of the two of them, which I prefer.
Yeah,
So maybe
they're
I'll
both
get
massively
swayed.
likable characters. Yeah.
Maybe I'll get swayed, but I don't know. Lots of people love Karen still, so...
Yeah,
I'll
I
choose one
don't
boat.
see. I don't see that. I think they just like it because of the toothbrushing scene, which you'll see very soon.
I know. I know so much about it. This is the main reason I'm watching Nise, to be honest. Like, I really didn't enjoy Baki that much. I gave it a really low score as well. I think I gave it like a 4 or a 5, which maybe that was a bit harsh, but I only
6 if I use scores like a pleb.
shut up. I only watched Nise because I was like, man, the toothbrush scene, the fan service I'd heard of, and also I needed to know the voices from reading the doujin, because there's loads of
Oh my
there's
god.
loads of doujin on Monogatari. There's loads.
Moving on.
Well, why wouldn't there be? It's all got deep symbolism as well, Callum. Go on.
Fucking anytime you or Glenn are in a stream, a podcast, anything,
Any Skype call.
any Skype call, it always ends up in dodging.
Well, in like Nisemonogatari, that was honestly the reason though that I watched it. But yeah.
To be
anyway.
honest, yeah, it's not too bad a reason when you come to Nisemonogatari, I guess.
Oh dear. I'll let
No
Russ
one goes
talk
into
again.
that with good intentions.
I feel like I should let Russ talk again now. I had
Oh.
my
I
more.
don't know
If
what
you
to
must.
say. I've just something about Doujin. Like what?
Actually, people are saying in the chat that I needed to segue to DxD. I'd say Doujin and fan service and Nise is a good enough segue, wouldn't you agree? DxD,
I watched the first
got announced.
episode of that.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah. On my lynched internet, I managed to like I left it alone whilst I was watching Gundam, and I just came back. It's like finally I've loaded because I had to watch it on YouTube as well at 240p.
Oh god.
God.
On the Funimation channel, just so people don't say, "Oh, you're a fucking pirate."
Oh,
Um,
right.
Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah. That show.
Did you enjoy it? Was it? Oh no! Wait a sec. You did tell me about this actually. I remember because you said it was censored, didn't you?
Yeah, Funimation has it censored, but there was like this like you don't notice it for a while, but then there's this entire scene where it's just like they put the DxD symbol over things, and the DxD symbol is everywhere. And it's like holy shit.
Yeah, it must have just been censored anyway as well. If you're watching like 240p or whatever, probably wasn't the case.
Yeah. I already had it pixelated, mosaiced.
Oh dear. I bet you're gonna carry on watching though, obviously, aren't you, Callum?
I probably will. Like, I don't like any of the characters.
Do you know what, right? My main problem with DxD, like, it's got a really nice range of character archetypes and body types and all of that, but the lollies in DxD I'm not a huge fan of. Like, neither of
Okay.
them.
So to be honest, it doesn't seem like the sort of show that, from the character design so far, it doesn't look like lollies are going to be much of
Yeah.
a part of it.
There's a trap
Doesn't
that's
look like
really
that's its
cute.
appeal.
though. Honestly, the trap
Really?
is like the cutest character, but it's the trap, so I can't. But
Hey, it's a pass.
you'll have to wait all the way for the second season for the trap, but it's totally worth it.
Okay, that's DxD new, right?
Yeah. And the third
And
season
maybe
got
you're
announced.
doing that in the future.
Yeah, of course. The third season got announced as well. That's why people told
Oh.
me to mention it.
Oh yeah.
Does that as well. I'm just gonna brush over that because Taylor's not here.
Yeah. You can't expand on that.
Oh dear. Yep.
So, Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya.
Yes, I was waiting for this. Did you see
been-
that, Callum?
Yeah, I'm just reading the chat.
Oh, I'm excited now. Finally, I can chat a bit. So, I want all of you watchers to go and tell Callum that he is a cunt. Right, that's the first thing you're gonna do, because Callum here does not like the disappearance. And I think that goes against pretty much everyone. Am I right?
I think it is massively out of place in the Haruhi Suzumiya franchise.
Do you know what I think, Callum? I think you're wrong.
Oh,
Because
now.
Why? Okay, let me ask you. What do you think of it? Forget Haruhi. Just the disappearance. What do you think of it? Just forget continuity. Just disappearance by itself.
painfully average.
Ooh.
I'd say it's bad. I'd say it's bad with Haruhi, and I'd say it's decent alone.
So Louis, when do you want to cut to that commercial break?
I just cut to commercial break as I cry as Callum ruins my dreams. Look at this in the chat. Look at this.
Oh my god. Oh.
Wait, what's going on in the chat?
I'm just looking at people. What? Callum, you? And then you're a cunt. I love that.
Okay, fucking let me explain myself.
No, Callum,
God,
what'd you say?
Haruhi Suzumiya, the show, was all about having fun. It was a dull guy who was a bit cynical, and then Haruhi comes in and brightens up a load of people's lives. It made it interesting. It made it unique. They made a movie together. They went into this video game, and we got that whole aesthetic. They did fun things together. That was the entire premise, and then there's this entire supernatural element that just made it charming. Skip over to the Endless Eight, and then some premise with I can't even remember her name for some reason. Nagisa, was that? Yuki.
Yuki. Nagisa's
Yuki.
Callum.
Yeah, Yuki Nagato. See, that's how much I don't like it. And then we get presented with this entire idea that she's breaking down because she's a robot or whatever. Then we go to Disappearance. Fucking let's stop having fun. Let's stop having fun. Let's make Kyon run around for so much of the movie being sad. Let's just make him shout at everything, being super goddamn awkward. And then here's Haruhi fucking gets punched in the face. It's not real Haruhi though, it's fake Haruhi. Like the best character in the entire show, and it's like, his alternate universe version.
Okay, I'm gonna go from the start, Callum, and just like deconstruct every part of your little statement and just be like,
yeah, go on, Louis.
This is why Callum's wrong. So, I like the series a lot, as you do. It was fun. They had a baseball episode, all that. That's great. But Haruhi kind of did have some parts in it which were more serious. It did have some actual story in it, and some overarching story in it as well.
Yeah, but the stories were still fun, and at least they were heartwarming in a way, but I don't think it's heartwarming in the same way Disappearance tried to take it.
Well, there's obviously the time travel episodes. They were put in on the rebroadcast. And then obviously there's the episode where there's the proper romance between Kyon and Haruhi, where the ship begins. I can't even remember what episode
that was in the cave, wasn't it? The big mansion?
Yes.
On the islands?
Yeah, there was some in that. No, the one where they get trapped in the dream or whatever. Do you know, not trapped in the dream, but do you know where they have a dream? And they're both in the same dream and they have that romance there. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, that part was actually very Disappearance-like in tone, I'd say. And there was romance there. And I'd say Disappearance just takes one of the aspects of Haruhi and then expands on it so much to the point where it just becomes really good. Like, they properly develop one of the aspects of Haruhi, and that was, like, I guess, the struggle, a more serious part of Haruhi. And obviously there was the romance between Yuki and her being human for a bit. Do you not...
Romance between herself?
No,
what?
No, Yuki and Kyon. There's romance between them.
Yeah, it's all a harem show.
Stop. Yeah. God, don't ever call Haruhi a harem. That's just offensive. That's just offensive, Callum. No, but I feel like that's like the Disappearance for me is the best part of Haruhi. By far.
Yeah, I agree. I
think
agree with that as well.
I think that's taking away everything that Haruhi does right and just spitting all over it by saying Disappearance is the best part.
No, it's like it's a development.
That's saying I hate anime. That is.
Look, something that Tega HD put in the chat, right? He said...
Yeah, I was about to read that. But yeah, go on, Louis.
He says, Callum does have a point how it changes the mood of the series, but that isn't always a bad thing.
Yeah, you seem to be judging them as like, yeah, they're part of the same thing, but they are the same thing, but they're separate entities, you know. So in Disappearance, I don't see how I understand that you don't like it particularly, but I don't understand how you feel that can't be done because it's a movie and the themes change, you know. Not the themes.
It's not that it can't be done.
Yeah.
It's not that it can't be done because they obviously somehow managed it. And it's...
No, but you just seem to think that that's just a bad idea or something.
It is a bad idea. It was a bad idea.
I really... The thing is, what would you have preferred them to do in the Disappearance arc? Would you have preferred it to be like an arc in the series like some of the other stories were? Or not?
think...
Because they made it into a big epic by making it a movie. Huge orchestral like soundtrack, like beautiful looking animation. It was Kyoto Animation's best then. Like...
it was like a 90-minute or something movie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Compress that to 5 minutes, and we got the deal. Honestly, I would have actually... I didn't like the whole idea of thingy breaking down in the Endless 8 either. I don't think I would have wanted that arc at all.
Yeah.
I think it would have
thing,
existed better because that's the whole drama side to it that we're trying to add. I think it would have done better as a slice if they would have just carried on with slice stuff and then added more problems with Haruhi.
See, the problem is though,
it took the focus away from Haruhi and brought it to Yuki, who wasn't a great character.
The focus on Yuki is probably one of the parts I don't like as much in Disappearance. The parts that I really do like though is part in the climax where Kyon like looks into himself and has an inner battle with himself of what he truly feels like. Do you not think that's one of the best parts by far?
Was that when he was bleeding out?
That's when... No, that's before... He's like partly in the classroom, he's in like a dream sequence, he's fighting with himself.
He starts talking to his reflection.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was cheesy as hell.
What the hell?
Oh my god. This guy's beyond saving. I don't even think it's worth trying.
I did think that was a good scene. Yes.
Like, I feel like that really...
cheesy,
I feel like that represented what Kyon really is, and like he was really split because in himself of like what he truly thought, and in that he like fights against it. I like it. It's like Roro fight the power sort of thing.
Roro, beat yourself up.
It's great.
I don't know what else to say about the Disappearance now.
Season 3, please. Look, a whole new character they need to introduce as well.
I know, she looks really cute as well. I saw her manga design.
I thought you were going to say, I saw Doujin of her.
There probably is Doujin, actually, I don't know. I've never really looked up Haruhi Doujin, because I don't treat it like a slice show like you do. I think of it when I think of Disappearance, so... I'm sorry, Callum.
That's a bad decision.
Oh dear.
We're clearly outnumbered here, Callum. Just look at the chat.
I don't care.
I'm just saying.
Have you got any other thoughts to add to Russ on Disappearance? Why you like it so much?
The only thought I have to add is Callum's wrong. I love it so much because, well, I love the fact that Haruhi takes a serious turn. I love the development in the film. I love it all, and I literally don't understand why Callum... Well, I understand why he doesn't like it, because what he's saying makes sense as a reason, but it doesn't seem like it's a human...
Like,
it doesn't seem like a very human response, you know?
Part of me thinks, like, maybe...
You're a monster, Callum.
Part of me thinks maybe how they could have done Disappearance, because how Haruhi is it kind of has, like, a slice episode or some sort of slice stuff in it, and then it does actually have more plot and things like that, and it kind of balances it. That's what the series kind of does, and I get that the Disappearance doesn't balance it; it just goes all out
Yeah.
on one thing.
That's the thing.
But
If
I
every
really like
episode
how
where
it
they
goes
had,
all out.
if for every episode that they had that serious bit, they reminded us that they're all friends having fun. That was the constant thing. They were all going to remind us that they're having a good time because they're friends, and
Yeah, but Kieran always said
that's who
that
Haruhi is.
But Kieran always said he wasn't having fun. He was always like, just like depressing and shit in the series, and then, but then
That's
actually,
the kind of thing he said that, but still he got along with Haruhi, and there was that battle with himself to be a cynical cunt.
Callum, do you like long hair or short hair?
Hey, fake Haruhi is no Haruhi.
You're a short hair guy. Is that the reason? Is that the reason? That is, isn't it? That's why you prefer. That's why you don't like Karen as well, isn't it? Because she's got long hair.
Oh my god. Oh, and then Tsukihi,
Yeah.
Oh my god. You know, in second season, Tsukihi actually grows her hair like super long, and I actually
really?
don't like it. I really don't like it, and it's actually put me off her as a character.
I think I've figured it out, Callum. You know, I think I've figured it out.
God,
Oh my
I'm
god.
being dissected.
Like, you just prefer short hair. I understand, Callum. I understand. I much prefer short twin tails to long twin tails. I can sympathise.
Russ, do you have anything else to talk about?
Well, not about the disappearance. I think we've lost you there.
Oh
but
yeah, long gone.
what
with
else
that.
have you been watching?
Gundam
I did
for
watch
the last
Tari
2
Tari,
days.
but you two haven't seen that.
Gundam.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I've
Have you actually-
been marathoning Gundam
Have you-
for the past 2 days.
Have you finished the original yet?
I finished the original series, and I've 10 episodes into Zeta.
I don't know how
it
you've watched
is-
the original series. I don't know how you did it.
People go, "Oh, it's dated as hell. You might not really like it, but I actually think it's the animation. Like, it's really obvious. Like, it looks like with the smoke effect in some parts, you can see the part where paper joins because they've done like a reel. So
Yeah.
like you'll see smoke come across, and then just this little pattern there. It's like, oh wait, is that where the cell joins or whatever? So yeah, there's definitely problems with the animation, but the story and the characters are so goddamn good, and it's like, fuck Naruto, fuck One Piece, fuck Bleach, fuck even Pokemon and Digimon, because Gundam is, from what I've seen, one of the best ways to tell a long story, because all of the characters over this time, because what basically the premise is, if a colony got attacked, so all of these people had to board this big battleship called the White Base, and because they're all inexperienced, they don't really know each other that well, a lot of them, but as the series goes on, they learn to work as a real military crew, and they all start to evolve, they don't evolve through backstories, they evolve through their experiences on this big adventure through space. And it's not like the Zeons, their enemy, are particularly bad guys. There's only a couple people who you could truly say are evil. That everyone's got their own motivation, and whether it's being because they've got great respect for the people they're being ordered by, or just many just various factors that have played into it. Like one of the best characters is called Randall Rell. He's also parodied in Gundam Build Fighters, and he's an enemy. He's an enemy, and the characters genuinely care. Even the ones on the good side, they genuinely care when. That's a spoiler.
I think I could tell what you're gonna say there. Yeah, I won't say.
Yeah. It is a 35-year-old series, so I should be allowed to. But
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. And Zeta kind of expanded on that, although I'm not enjoying it so much at the moment because it's going with the whole rebellious character thing. like he doesn't want to accept orders and anything, and ends up shitting over really likable characters in the first series.
Does the character like change a bunch then on not?
I'm assuming that the insight of the character will change because people are talking about how he's one of the better that he's like a decent character. So hopefully he changes, and that's the entire point. They get a big series along, and they change characters over the course of that.
Yeah, is it actually a big series where the characters change, unlike most of the other long-running series?
Yeah, that's the thing. Fucking, if you take One Piece, those characters, you say what you want, those characters have hardly changed.
How many years has it been? Like 15 or something?
Yeah. They've got like 7, 8, or whatever amount of characters on the One Piece crew, and you're seeing them all the time. Yet, and that's like 700 or something episodes. Gundam can evolve like 20 characters, all properly within the space of 43 episodes.
Yeah. Gundam with me, when I watched it, like, I only watched the first 3 episodes. I gave it the 3-episode rule, and I was like...
Yeah, with a 43 episode series...
Someone should make, like, a new rule, where they, like, you take, like, the first 10% or something? I don't know. What would it be?
Yeah, like...
What would 3 episodes be in a... If it was 12 episodes, yeah, a quarter. That should be the new rule.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I watched the first 3 episodes, and I don't know, it's too hard for me to watch. I actually really enjoyed the opening song, though. That was cool.
Oh my god. Da-da-da Gundam, da-da-da Gundam.
Da-da-da-da Gundam, Gundam, I like that, but...
It's funny, because in the opening they say Gundamu, but in the series they just say... Actually, wait, I watched it English dubbed, I don't know.
You watched it dubbed? How was the
dub? Well, the thing is,
the dub
like,
must be really old.
I had to, like, I've been marathoning it, like, I've been playing it straight, like, for the last 2 days, without breaks or anything, so when I went off into the kitchen, I went to another part of the house, I just had the volume really loud, so I could actually still hear what was going on.
Ah, so that's how you watched the dated animation. You just listened to it.
No,
makes sense.
The anime, like, that's the thing. The animation is bad, but the art is actually really, really good.
I quite like the art style, you know.
It's kind of that sketchy design.
Yeah, I think more shows should do that sort of art style, you know, because I think it's quite nice, like the little round eyes, like proper circular eyes rather than oval and stuff. I kind of like that.
It's like kawaii eyes.
Yeah. The characters do look cute, actually. I like it, but...
Yeah. What?
What? What?
What?
Yeah.
You just agreed with him, and then you were like...
And then you suddenly realised what I said.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
The massively dated designs as far as characters go.
No, they're just different to the designs we have now that I kind of like.
Yeah, but even in if you look at Reconquista, which actually takes a lot of inspiration from the original series, in terms of art, so it still has that sketchy design. The character designs are way modernized, and a lot better in that. Yeah. And there was times where characters often have the same face in Gundam, so when they're wearing their space suits, I couldn't distinguish between the 2 main female characters.
Oh dear. Yeah. I do want to watch the whole original Gundam just for the fact that then I could be like, I've watched the full original Gundam.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I really want to watch it. But I don't know. I'm still surprised you watched it though, because I know you're kind of not fussy with animation, but like I don't know. You're not a huge fan of like you tell me that like CG could like ruin a show, or like you don't like rotoscoping either, do you?
No. Yeah, but those things were off-putting to me, whilst I genuinely don't think Gundam's dated animation is off-putting. Because you can still see the general principles of animation going on in there. Everything does fit in well. Like there's times like when they try and do focus pulls and like other cinematic techniques that it goes horribly wrong. But in terms of the art, like that's the thing. At rotoscoping and CG, it's the art that's the issue. Like you can see that from a base level. Whilst with this, the art is actually genuinely really good, really detailed, and even background characters actually do look not like blobs. It's just they will not move at all.
See, do you know what? One thing, like, I'm not like experienced with Gundam because I haven't watched that much, but I've watched like a bunch of Ghibli, and so when we were watching when I was watching
They're pretty much the same.
Well, it's similar time, the original ones. That's what I mean. One thing I always really liked about it is the fact that like everything in the background moves. Like there's always something that moves in the background. If you watch any Ghibli film, there's always just like a pointless car or something just driving in the background.
Yeah.
Just so the scene actually moves more than just a mouth or whatever. I feel like that's something really important now, to be honest, because there's so many shows now where nothing ever if nothing's moving in the scene, it looks so bad. Like it just ruins. But
then, like some people, they either go nothing moves in the background, or CG characters, which is the worst possible option.
Yeah, that's true. Just like
because as soon as you accidentally let your eye slip from the main characters, you go, wait, that's a weird, and you just see these weird like lighting, shading on these 3D modeled faces in this 2D world. It's like, what the hell is going on?
CG, I don't. It's really irritating when you just see it in the background, like you say. Like just these weird looking characters. CG works for some stuff. Like I'm not bothered if for like a few parts, like if it's objects, but
X and stuff also sometimes work.
Yeah,
like, unless it's Hard Noah Zero, which was pretty bad.
Yeah, it's only when it's like 9 main characters dancing in CG.
Fuck, yeah. That's the thing.
I watched an episode of Love Live last night.
Oh, really?
We can talk about it.
Wait, how many episodes? Just one episode? Wait,
just one, but that wasn't enough to talk about it, you know?
Really?
I thought you'd finished.
It wasn't. I thought you had as well. You've been putting it. You've watched it on your Hummingbird.
Did I? I'm pretty sure I've only got it marked up to episode 10 on my Hummingbird. But it doesn't.
Oh, you watched
matter.
10 episodes though. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the majority, you know.
Yeah.
I get a gist of it. Like, it's my first Idol show as well, and it's pretty great. Like, I really like how it plays out like a sports show, because I imagine most Idol shows don't. I might be wrong because I've only seen Love Live. But
I like to pretend that Callum actually coined that.
Coined
that Love Live was a sports show. Because I swear
I just thought.
Callum's the one that said it originally. Yeah.
I swear Callum said it originally, and then I saw people on Twitter just calling Love Live a sports show.
Yes. I think I did tweet out like that it's but it is a sports show. It's got training arcs. It's got the performances, which are pretty much the games. Yeah. I want to watch Idolmaster as well. Just like, I was interested. I was interested in Love Live initially because I like Bakuman, and I like that sort of introducing to a new thing, and I wanted to sort of see like how idol business and idol culture worked. I didn't get that at all in Love Live. Yes, I still enjoy that for what it was.
See, I'm actually watching Idolmaster at the moment. I know neither of you have seen it, but it's like, Idolmaster is not a sports show. Idolmaster's a lot more like business sided, I guess, because for the fact that you have producer San, who is our producer, and so you do see parts like a little corrupt business behind it and people trying to make phone calls. One scene that I really liked is there's this other group that they were up against in like, it was like an Olympic sort of games, like they were all doing like Olympian sports and stuff. as like a competition against another idol group.
Yeah.
And yeah, and the other group's manager, he was like getting really mad because the idol masters, they were all like beating them. And so he got producer San, who was like trying to pressure him into like making them lose or whatever. And he was like, no. And then and then this brilliant part happened, right? One of the idols from like the main girls is like a rich girl, like the rich girl sort of character type.
Oh yeah.
And she and she goes over to him and he's like, do you know who your group is a subsidiary of? And it's like, and do you know who owns that company? and then just says her surname again, and then the guy suddenly realizes, and it was just like, oh man, I love that. just this sort of like corrupt system, I guess, of the great music industry in Japan. I love it.
Okay, I'm definitely watching Idol Master.
I know, you need to. It's definitely a fun take on the stuff, really. Obviously, they're not the whole thing's out about that. There's other episodes, like there's a detective episode of like who stole the pudding in the fridge. Like the entire episode's
God.
that, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Cinderella Girls is airing next season, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That's why I'm trying to watch Idolmaster, because I want to go watch Cinderella Girls when it's airing. Yeah.
Okay.
The Cinderella Girls is like different girls in it, like completely different cast and things.
Oh. Okay,
So you don't
could
actually
just
need
watch it anyway.
Yeah, you can honestly just watch it anyway, but I just wanted a reason to watch Idolmaster, because if I give myself a deadline to watch things, then I will actually watch them. Otherwise, it'll just be left in the on hold list for eternity. Yeah. If
So Russ, how are you liking Love Live?
Well, see, I only watched one episode yesterday. I haven't seen the whole thing, and what I'm looking forward to is the whole. There is a climax in in the first season, right, Louis?
Yeah.
It doesn't just
Yeah.
continue going to the second season, and then there's a finishing climax. There's like a climax in between the first and second season.
The first season's conclusive. Like,
Yeah.
it's not open ended for a second season, really.
Yeah, it pretty much wraps up the story arc of them not having any fans, anyone to perform to.
Yeah.
It wraps up that entire arc, but it doesn't wrap up the Love Live, going into the Love Live arc.
I much prefer second season of Love Live to the first one, I think. Like, everything was just an upgrade, really. Like,
The first season was a lot of character development.
Yeah, it was. It was like introducing the characters very slowly, which I do like because it means you actually get to know all 9 girls pretty well.
Yeah.
But it was slow at doing it.
The opening had all of the characters, and then we were still left on this like, who's gonna be in the Love Live crew? Guess what? The ones that are in the opening.
You always complain about this. I don't understand.
Hania Mata did it as well.
I know, it's fine. Who cares?
It's not fine.
Wait, what are you complaining about, Callum?
He's complaining, right? Because in the opening of Love Live, you see people like the student council president.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff like that in the opening in the group, and then when you're watching the show, they all act like, oh, we're not gonna get anyone in. But obviously, if you watch the opening, you know. That's what he always complains about.
I had that complaint as well. I'll admit it. That's the only time I'll admit that I share an opinion with Callum. But yeah,
See, I don't
know.
ever want
Like
to
Louis, do you know? I know it would have been very hard, but what I really would have liked if they'd done like those openings where the characters join the opening as they get picked up for the group. You know,
they could have done that.
Actually changing.
They could have done that if they already had the amount of sales they have now, I bet. But the fact is, the opening still has fucking CG dances in it. Like, they were clearly rushed on time if they had to do that. So
there's a Love Live movie coming out next year, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. I can't wait. It's like
So
August next year.
If they have 2D animation
I
of
would
the
love
dancing.
that so much. Oh, that's another reason to watch Idolmaster. No CG at all the dance sequences.
Girls.
Like,
it's like a dream.
Do you know what's even better, right, in Idolmaster? I didn't even mention this. Is every episode has a different ending song and animation, and every episode has a different insert song. Every single one will have like a big insert song that plays, and it'll like come up at the bottom saying who's singing this one and all of that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd unless it's definitely a bit more well produced than the first season of Love Live was, but whatever.
The last thing that I want to say about Love Live is, because, like, obviously I can't tell if the second season gets better because I haven't seen it, but I'm gonna guess it does, like you say, because I listened to all the songs. I don't know, like, I don't know if that was a bad idea, but I've listened to pretty much all of the Love Live songs.
That is kind of an issue.
I know that, yeah, but I couldn't
Because
stop myself.
there is some magic to hearing them organise a show and then seeing that show.
Yeah. What I'm hoping is I've missed a song, so like, yeah.
Fortunately, you can't like you don't understand Japanese, because otherwise, like, the lyrics of some of the songs are like from events in the show. Like, I know Nico's song is like a big spoiler, like the lyrics in that. So yeah.
Yeah, Russ, have you seen Snow Halation?
No.
The big.
Oh wait, yeah.
That was one of my favourite
I haven't
scenes.
seen it. But
That's the Christmassy episode.
Yeah. Oh, Christmas. Good segue,
Yeah.
Callum. Good segue. Good segue.
that was
What
great. Is there any?
also, first early verdict for us, best girl.
Of Love Live?
Yeah.
She sat right next to you, Russ. I can see her on the screen.
To be honest, I think with Love Live there is no right or wrong answer,
There
because
isn't, to be
all of the
honest.
characters are really, really good.
If you said any character, I don't care, because all of them are worth
And
being best girl.
strangely enough, going back to the short hair thing, I actually really like Rin.
I really like Rin as well. She's high up there. Go on, Russ. Make a decision.
Okay, I like Hanukkah the best. There you go. But bear in mind, I'm only on the 10th episode.
Yeah,
So,
I actually think that will start to change later on.
I completely understand
But
that.
still, Hanukkah is a really good character. She reminds me of Haruhi. Like, Haruhi's like a character archetype that I'm considering now.
Well, it's always that sort of main character, if you know what I mean? When there's a group of girls.
Jumpy. Yeah.
It's like, Yui from K-On! She's similar to that sort of archetype as well.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's kind of
Well, Yui's ditzy as
Ritsu.
well, but yeah, I guess she's more like
Ritsu.
Ritsu. I don't know. Ritsu's too tomboy though. Ritsu's more like Rin, I think. But whatever.
I actually think Ritsu's the best character
Do you?
in Kian. Yeah, we seem to be going on this whole short hair theme now, of revealing myself.
I think we've found it all out, to be honest, Callum. Like Peggy, short hair. It all makes sense, really.
Peggy!
What?
Yeah, like he's got that little like quiff at the top of his head, doesn't he? Oh dear. Why did these guys do a live stream and not acknowledge the stream? Dunno.
Because you've been asking for Glenn the whole time. do you
Yeah, we
do you honestly
gave
want
up
to know
after
the
that
answer? Yeah.
Like, we'll just add him in. No, it's not happening.
No, I don't have
Well,
a layout
one-
for him.
Someone did ask, have you guys been watching Amagi? And yes. Wait, Callum.
We're
you've been
trying
watching
to
Amagi?
avoid seasonal, but...
Callum, we're coming to the end, so it's fine. We can mention.
Okay,
briefly
yeah, of
season
course I've been
two.
watching Amagi. I think I'm a week or two out of date, though.
Yeah, I'm
Completely
2
caught
weeks
up.
behind.
Oh no, wait a second.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Actually, one came out on Thursday. I'm not caught up. But yeah.
Wait, I'm going to check my hummingbird and
I think the
check...
newest one's 10, but yeah, I like Amagi a lot.
I think I'm on 8.
Amagi is like I have a little list of my favourites from each season. Like I rank all the shows I watch every season, and Amagi's actually going down every time I've updated it. See, right?
What's replacing it?
See, that's the thing. I don't think Amagi's getting worse, but it's just so much of like the same. Like the formula of each episode is identical.
Yeah.
That I'm not getting bored of it. Like obviously I'm gonna keep watching them, but other shows just seem to be more interesting.
It does seem like it is. I like it, and I think it's a massively fun show. But it's a massively fun show that's not doing anything.
Yeah.
They've got this entire idea of let's get more people into the park, but it's always let's get more people into the park. Or
I'm really
like, I like the episode with the pirates because the pirates changed the
That's really
That
good.
was a good episode.
and the one with the dragon. It's like
Yeah.
there's all these plain episodes that are quite fun, but then these spots of let's get Kanye to do something cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame because every episode starts up right, and well, I'll start actually at last episode. So the end of each episode, right, it ends on like a big cliffhanger. Like, oh, like the timer goes, and then something like appears on the screen, like a dragon's like point of view flying across the screen, for example. Then the episode ends. The next episode starts, and there's some sort of like, oh, we've got a problem, we've got to solve it. The opening plays, and then you've got the story of them going in, like facing the problem head on, solving the problem, and then it's the end of the episode. And every episode is that so far.
Yeah.
And though that's a really good formula, and I still find it fun and enjoyable, part
Yeah,
of
I
me's like, it's so samey.
it's not taking best show of the season.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Like,
Best opening, definitely, but
no.
Magic Hour or Magic Hour.
Louis,
Thank
what
you.
is the top of your list then, seeing as you rank shows each season?
I don't want to talk about it because I talked about it last stream, but it's Your Lie in April, obviously.
Yeah. I think we talked about that.
I can
enough.
talk about number 2 though, because I hadn't actually watched that on the last live dose. That was Yuki
What's-
Yuna.
How you up
that's
to date?
that's become number 2. No, I'm not. I've got 2 episodes
Okay.
left now, and then I'm up to date. So
It
close.
might end up getting to number 1.
The only reason
but
the only reason it's not number 1 is because I have a complete bias for romance, and also art and animation seems better in Your Lie in April. But
yeah,
Yuki Yuna is absolutely fantastic. Right.
Yuki Yuna was surprisingly good because any chart, like nobody had read. Like I don't even think you can watch. I don't even think you can read the manga illegally. It's just that rare. So nobody had any clue what they were getting into with this. There was Washio. Washio is a hero, or whatever, which was that. So, and all we had on any chart was slice of life and this picture of these girls in this club. So those that actually started it, those that actually took the bravery to watch the first couple of episodes.
Like, I watched
Then-
the PV, and the PV is exactly like that as well. It's just, it was them and going in the club room, and they were all acting all cute and stuff, and you're like, oh, this looks nice. If I was going to watch loads of stuff in the season, I would have obviously watched it, but at the beginning of the season, I was like, I'm not going to watch much this season.
Yeah, a bad choice of the season.
I know. Like you said, though, when people picked it up, it just blew me away.
Yeah, it's for those in the stream. Well, Madoka Magica is possibly the biggest comparison, yet it's a lot better than Madoka Magica.
Yeah. How do you actually like Madoka, Callum? I've never asked because I'm not a huge fan of the original series. I dropped it after episode 3, and it took me a while to pick it back up again because
Okay.
there's just so much
I,
hype I had to pick it up again.
I really like Madoka Magica. Yeah, I think it's
Ah, good.
it took dark to the extreme, and I love Shaft. I love their art
Yeah.
style, and I love their non-traditional way of doing things. So it's a big thing for me to say Yuki Yuna is better than Madoka Magica because I actually really do like Madoka Magica.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting because like I wanted to know just to make sure because I prefer it to Madoka Magica because I feel like it's just better in,
Well,
in all the aspects that
Madoka-
Madoka tries
yeah.
to do, or people say Madoka tries to do, which like which is what I like about it. Like the main problem.
Madoka was obvious. Like, Madoka was full on.
Yeah,
Madoka was. It went to the extremes with darkness, which I like. I really do like that they tried to do those extremes. But with Yuki Una, they've done it subtly. They've done it carefully. They've done it in a way that nobody knows what exactly is happening.
Yeah,
That's what makes it good.
Yeah, Madoka for me was just like. I don't want to keep saying people, because then it's going to be like, oh, the fans ruined it for you. It's actually good. But people are always like, oh, it's so dark because it kills off characters. But I hate that so much. I hate that. If anyone's ever said that Yuki Una is like worse because it doesn't kill off characters, is just an idiot. Because it's like, because it actually develops the characters, which is what I like about it. Madoka didn't develop any of the characters. It just like introduced a quirky character and then killed them off, and people were like, "Ah, oh, I love that."
There was development in the terms of Sayaka.
The thing is, though, there wasn't. All there was is there was current Sayaka, and then they did backstory of like, this is how Sayaka used to be, and she's developed before the show started. That's all it is. But it showed us the development, but it was before episode 1, so.
Yeah, well, it is development though, but development should be like a smooth just curve up. Whilst this was just a set of stairs.
Yeah.
It was like I'm I'm really angry now. Oh, I'm really sad. Oh, I'm truly into chaotic despair. And it was just too jagged that she went from each point without having a motivation to get from the last point. It was just a slippery slope, but not a slippery slope done well.
Yeah. I can see where you're coming from.
Callum, was that you on the Galaxy who posted "We'll do questions at the end"? Was that you?
No, that was me. We did questions last time. Why?
You're
just pissing off the chat. To be honest, the chat. Someone in the chat just said Yuki Una or however you spell it is boring. So to be honest, I've completely lost motivation now.
Yeah, that one guy ruined it for you guys. Oh dear. Yeah.
Do you want to just like answer different questions? Just go to some other stream, like it doesn't even need to be anime, and just answer their questions instead.
There's some like gaming stream on right now. If we just go answer that question.
What do you think is the best new gen game? There we go. Let's have a big discussion about video games while these guys are trying to ask us why Glenn's not here.
That's my favourite question, to be honest, about anime. That is such a great anime question. Yeah, people can ask questions if they want, and we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to answer anything, though. It's just pointless. Have you got anything to talk about, Russ, before we do questions?
Not really.
You haven't watched Yuki Una, have you?
I have not. Is it worth my time? I'm guessing it is, because...
It definitely is,
It
yeah.
is.
You reviewed Madoka Magica and said it was good, so...
Yeah, but that was 6-7 months ago, Callum. Yeah.
Yeah, well now you can say, bye, old Russ. This is new Russ. And I'm liking Yuki Una. Reprogram your hard drive, Russ.
Yeah. It's great. Great.
Callum, what's with you bringing back all the robot jokes all of a sudden? Like, they must have like stumbled across one of my videos or something.
No, it's because of that segment that you're making me do, and I'm trying to work out how to do it.
Oh god.
So I've just gone robots. I'm just thinking of robot jokes.
I don't even know how many robot jokes there are. Oh dear. There you go.
Like, people are getting mad now, so...
Why?
Apparently...
You guys haven't asked
all
for
about
questions, so I didn't see the point in asking. I'll ask now.
Who's best girl in your line, April? Go on.
There's only really one option, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
So far, there's only one option. I like to
Yeah.
think that they're gonna explore. Yeah, I forgot.
He's gonna get a harem. It's a harem show.
Louis, wasn't this what we worried about when we did our thing?
What?
Anime coffee shop. We worried that.
Oh, that I'd forget the name.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll much prefer shows where they've got memorable names, and by
Yeah,
memorable
no.
I mean more English-like. And part of me is like, I feel so bad for saying it because obviously it's not made for me who can't speak Japanese, but yeah, I'm so bad with names.
That's the thing. Like Hamatora, I could say, oh, main character is nice, but like a character that I like even more in in Yola and April. I don't know what her name is. It starts with a K, I think.
It's the blonde-haired one and the brown-haired one.
Yeah, I know. Blonde-haired one is,
Yeah.
of course.
I mean-
Brown-haired one's just a childhood friend. Like she's just there.
I hope her episode where they focused on like her past and stuff, and she's like struggling, like split between another guy. I do enjoy that, and I'm so glad it's in the show. But yeah, she's clearly not best girl, is she?
Why isn't Glenn on the stream then? That's another question. And that should be a really obvious one because there are 15 Galaxy members. That's a total of 14 plus Glenn.
I feel sorry for This is the first time you're on a LiveDose, and like the second time you've been on the channel for like 8 months.
This is the first. After so long, I'm back on this channel, and I'm so happy to be here. It's like, I'll get Glenn instead. Who's this new guy?
He was on 4 weeks ago, but you know, I want Callum back.
Yeah, Kaori was it?
Yeah, Calorie.
Yes, it is.
Thanks, Lily. Yeah, that was the name. Probably should have looked it up.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I think
any
that's it.
Boxes
Unless
or
anyone.
briefs? I'm wearing boxes. So there you go.
I'm actually wearing pajamas, so
Wait, you're not wearing anything underneath?
yeah.
Great. Thanks for that.
There we go.
What is
Lovely
the meaning
image
of
to-
life? What is the meaning of life? See, this is why we don't ask questions.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
remember
'cause
now.
it's-
I remember from last time when you were like, "Don't ask questions," because I don't.
Well, to be
know the
honest, if
meaning of
Glenn
life.
was here, we'd just get questions about dodging, and so
I know. Well, yeah, that's
Louis is here. You can ask. You can ask anyway.
don't.
I've already done
Don't.
2 streams talking about it. Oh dear.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's that. That's
Yeah.
We're digging out the dirt here.
We
Unless
are.
we want to talk about more airing stuff, but we already talked about
The only one I really feel like we're talking about is Bahamut, and honestly, I've talked about Bahamut in every single stream that I've been in.
Bahamut is like it is really good. I need to catch up with that as well. But Bahamut, like, I think Bahamut's above Amagi on my list as well now. I think that overtook Amagi.
Yeah, I'd say so as well.
It's just interesting.
Well, it was always above Amagi for me. Question is, do all of you watch anime while they are airing or after all of the episodes are released? I think we always.
seeing as
watch
we've
them.
just discussed airing shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, I watch airing, but there's shows that I haven't watched, and then obviously I watch them when they're
there's
on.
there's some stuff like that I'll watch after the season is over. Like I remember for spring, I ran out of things to. Although I only really do that when I'm reviewing something. Like I watched all of Soul Eater Knots and Akuma no Riddle.
Yeah.
Just in the space for a couple of days because I didn't have anything to review.
Yeah, when you're reviewing stuff, it's so much easier to like you kind of have to watch the whole thing, really. Like if you're doing a review of an airing show, I find anyway, or at least rewatch through the beginning parts again. Because if you've watched it airing and then you do a review at the end, then it's hard to like remember details from the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of prefer watching them like in a bulk but I just can't ever be bothered to watch in bulk, so I never ever do. I used to marathon all the shows I watched. Even like when I started watching airing, I was like, I would prefer to marathon these, but I don't know. I kind of lack motivation to marathon stuff now, so I just find it easier to watch for one a week. There you go.
Yeah, favorite adventure series? I haven't actually watched that many, but probably Cowboy Bebop or Gundam, really.
Adventure series, yeah.
Adventure's such a broad term, though.
Yeah, it is. I mean, action adventure is so different to if it's adventure without action, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there even how many adventure shows are there without action adventure? I don't even know.
That's the thing. You need to. That's kind of the driving force. That when you're going somewhere, you need to be doing something. So you either get the Spice and Wolf side of it, which I think that's adventure, where that's more romance sided.
Yeah.
Or then you get Cowboy Bebop, which of course is him traveling through the galaxy, shooting dudes.
I mean,
taking
Bebop's not
names.
really action though. Bebop's like comedy adventure, really. Like,
To be honest, yeah, it's that kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean goofy action sort of
yeah,
thing.
it is, and I enjoy that. I like it. Also, adventures through the universe are always fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Space Dandy.
Yeah.
Do you guys, before we start, because we're waffling now.
We've been for an hour and a bit, an hour and 5 minutes, something like that.
We should
I
just
think
get
now would be a
Glenn
good time
for
to
10
wrap it up.
seconds and then wrap it up.
Actually, Louis, I want an excuse to use the technical difficulty
Well,
thing. So maybe
look, we're
maybe
lagging
Glenn
out.
joins the call and the call crashes. Yeah.
I don't even want to add Glenn though. It encourages them.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah. It's just power line shut down. Technical difficulties.
Look, we're cutting out.